No, I was gonna ask you, what made you stop drinking?
Shit, just knowing this run was about to go on, and I was going out all the time. And you know what I'm saying? So, like, I look at it like I have to sacrifice. I can't do everything, you know what I'm saying?
It's hard to say no, too, because you're doing club hostings.
Fun,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have to preserve myself. You feel me? I know the run I'm about trying to go on. I know, like, the goals. So, like, I just like, you know what? I'm going to cut this out. I got my other little tricks that I do, but, like, the drinking part I cut out.
No more alcohol. And then also, it's like, obviously, I lost a lot of calories. It's like unneeded, bruh. And
I just feel like shit the next day.
And you're about to go on the road. You want to be fucking straight chiseled up, bruh. You know what I mean?
For the road, I'm definitely about to get right. But I just like, I feel like shit the next day. It's crazy. I don't know. Some people can go crazy like that and be like, nigga, we up at 9 o'clock.
Tell me about your relationship with psychedelics.
Man, I have a long-standing relationship with plant medicine. I don't like to disrespect them by calling them psychedelics.
Okay.
Because some people take that the wrong. I call it plant medicine.
Plant medicine.
I just respect. I feel like there's so many different healing properties in plant medicine. You talk about shrooms, you talk about peyote, DMT, all that. I definitely think it's not something you take every day. You know what I'm saying? Shrooms you can, but
sometimes you can microdose every day,
right?
And be productive.
Like, the other ones is like
you're not going to do DMT
times.
Every day.
If you want to sit with yourself and you want to kind of see yourself in super present moment outside of time and space, like for me, I think taking plant medicine reminds you who you are beyond the physical, right? And
it's therapy. It could also be therapy.
It's deep therapy. It's therapy with yourself that nobody else can help you with. Mm-hmm. You just have to be ready to face yourself. Honestly speaking, I wish that my mother would have taken ayahuasca or some of these plant medicines.
It would have helped her with her addiction, I'm sure.
1,000%.
I feel the same way about people in my life.
If I would have known that, I would have. That's something I definitely would have.
Yeah, there's people in my life who, like, I was growing up with, like my family members, and I'm like, damn, like if I had, I got family members that have overdosed and been through all that shit too. So it's like, damn, like.
I just think right now, even if you don't take plant medicine, right now is the time to just expand your horizons as a being. We are in a spiritual war right now, so it's time to like really tap in with yourself on a whole other level, because life ain't gonna get easier if you don't start to understand who you are.
Well, they just decriminalized it in Oakland, San Francisco, obviously Oregon, Washington, Canada, but I think the whole state of California is coming soon. I think for especially for therapeutic
take it back.
The therapeutic purposes are what, because people who have PTSD who've been in the military.
Yep. Shout out to all the veterans, man.
They could really get
a couple of my homies is veterans.
There's even like MDMA therapy. So there's definitely a lot. Like I have a friend of mine who was probably the biggest degenerate top 5 I've ever met in my life. And this dude he went to Malibu and he did 2 days of ayahuasca.
Wow.
And it was almost like he said it was like 30 years of therapy.
Yeah, man.
Wrapped up in a 2-day session.
So what happens is that we hold so much trauma in our tissue, in our bones, and because we're vibrational beings, these things sit there and they don't leave until we work them out.
And they're suppressed. You might not even know they're there.
You don't even know they're there.
Yeah.
Right? And so when you do these plant medicines, what happens is it goes in and literally vibrationally breaks things up and opens you up, opens your pineal gland, opens you up so you can see and feel everything. That's why some people, they have trips that are like not as good because they're purging all of this shit, right? That they've been holding on for years and years, and even past life traumas and all this type of shit. So it's not a joke, you know what I'm saying?
It's not. People think it's like a party thing, and it's like, no, this is like some real medicine for real. Like it's some medicine for real.
Exactly.
Like I think of like this fentanyl shit going on and all these people overdose. I'm like, man, if they would just legalize some of this shit, it would like change a lot of people's lives. Because I think the biggest thing with addiction is like the withdrawals, getting people off shit, getting people like disconnected from
people want to escape, right? People want that numbness. Some people want the numbness. Some people just want to do it for creative purposes. Some people are addicts to it. Some people, I just think people like to sometimes have some type of escape.
And you can microdose before you work out. Gives you a little energy.
I never did that before.
I got homies who are jacked, and they will do a microdose as their pre-workout, which is, nice. I'm like, hey, that's good for you. I'm not doing that, but how are you feeling about all the new Alien news that's been coming out?
Alien?
Did you see that?
Well, it's been aliens. It's just old news to me. In my opinion,
I agree too. I'm like,
so
obviously,
tired of it.
No, but
I feel like I'm watching a cartoon You know
I feel like they're preparing us for something a little bit though.
But the Hebrew word for alien is a being of light, is an evolved being.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like we are aliens. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you understand what's happening, if you really study. I mean, all of this to make people just want to study everything.
Mm-hmm.
Study everything you can, so that you'll see that this movie that they're trying to play for you is not real, and this shit is all bullshit. And it's just, I don't know, it's just so obvious. We are the aliens. We here.
What do you think is your calling, Mario, outside of music? I'm talking 20, 30 years from now, if we could remember you for
I'm not
something.
saying I don't believe in other entities that have been here and are here and other off planet, but I don't believe how they're trying to depict. They're actually downgrading
what's actually happening.
what's, you know what I'm saying?
They're giving us the diet version.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah, they're giving us the sugar-free
if you
Coke
want to
version.
tap into off-planet energies, you can do that yourself. You don't need the government to do it.
Just get some ayahuasca or something. Have you done DMT?
Yes, yeah.
Was it fun?
It's
15 minutes, right?
yeah, like mine lasted 8 to 10 minutes. I was having sex while I was doing it. I ain't gonna lie. I was like fully awake. Like bro.
Sex on DMT?
Yes.
What's that like?
Super. Like you don't really feel the physical act of it, but because it's your body's not really. You don't feel your body.
Right.
You feel everything. Everything is just. There's no separation.
Wow.
From what I experienced, and yeah, but I was still very much so in my body and very much so in my light body. So it's just like.
Yeah, I've yet.
It was interesting.
I've yet to do DMT.
I haven't done it in a while.
I'm a little intimidated because I have a friend who does it, and he'll do it once or twice a year, and he freebases it. So he does it like where he does it. I've been there when he did it, and I got sketched. I was like, I'm good.
I think that when you take plant medicine, depending on where you are spiritually, where you are awareness-wise and consciously, it's gonna affect you different every time.
Yeah, so he was gone for like about 15 minutes and came back and was like, what he remembered, because he's like, there's just too much shit coming in for me to like really remember everything. But he was like, it felt like I was gone for like 6 months and was like going to work and living a life like in 15 minutes. I was like, this is crazy. Like, I don't want to be somewhere for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, anytime now that I do anything, I always set intentions now.
But I think intention is important.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing
It's just-
psilocybin, your intention is important, because you could be, if you're at the club and you're drinking and you're like, let's do some shrooms while I'm drinking whiskey shots and
You gotta
tequila
understand,
shots.
every time it's chemistry. Every time you're doing different things, you're adding a different vibrational response to it.
Yeah.
You're changing the state of it by mixing it with something else. So you're
Yeah.
gonna have a different reaction. It's just like when you walk in certain rooms, your energy can shift the room based upon because everybody has
sure.
a magnetic field, 360 degrees around them. And whatever's in that field, it could be the person you was with last night, it could be your it's so much shit going on.
You gotta be selective who you let around you, man.
Yeah, or maybe you want that energy and you want to use that energy. I just think you just have to be aware. Whatever you're calling about, whatever you want to happen, good or bad, whatever, it's your world. Do as you will, but just know.